Sunday afternoon, number 1 UConn routed Ohio State 100-68. Sarah Strong was Sarah Strong, 29 points, 13 rebounds. AZ Fudd had 19. Blanca Canon had 18 points and 4 rebounds. Sarah Williams had 12 points. Ashlyn Shade had 10. Sarah Strong is Sarah Strong. She's the best player in the country, and that's something that just doesn't even need to be said at this point. Sarah is so good at all 3 levels offensively. When you watch her defensively, her feet and hands are so mature for somebody who's only a sophomore in college. I've said this before. She plays with the poise of a WNBA veteran. She has the talent of a 6-time WNBA All-Star in the prime of her career, right? Sarah is Sarah, and she's the front runner for National Player of the Year, as good as AZ Fudd's been. Sarah Strong is way out in front at this point. There's no question about it. The first and fourth quarters of this game were close, but UConn jumped on the Buckeyes in the second quarter, plus 17 in the second frame, plus 8 in the third quarter. So this game got away from Ohio State before they hit the halftime break. And to have a chance to beat this UConn team, you have to be close at halftime. You have to go into the locker room within striking distance, feeling confident about yourself. Ohio State couldn't do that with the second quarter that they had. I think the biggest takeaway from this game was Blanca Canon coming out and scoring 18 points. This is something that I didn't expect. I expected the offense to come gradually for her, but it came in this game. 18 points, plus what she can do defensively. She is so good so early for this basketball team, and we're seeing what kind of piece she's going to be for this team. She's going to be the most impactful bench player. No question about it. Love to see Blanca coming out offensively and showing up and showing out, because when she's playing well offensively, that gives this team so much more of a boost. If she was just okay in this game, if she chipped in 6-8 points, they still would have won this game handily. But to have her scoring 18, that is huge so early, because there have been questions about her offense overall, particularly with the turnovers, particularly with the three-point shooting. But with her size and length, if she can get in, play tough, right, get to the cup, that's going to work for this team. That's going to work for her as she develops her three-point shooting, right? Because what's the best thing you can do when your three-point shot isn't falling, or when you're trying to develop your three-point shot? It's get to the cup. It's get to the hole. If you can score there, why do you have to shoot from three? This team already has enough three-point threats. Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd, Ashlyn Shade. For Blanca, get to the cup, play tough, play physical, try to develop a midi, and then the three-point shot will come at some point in time. Ashlyn Shade didn't have a huge stat line, but I love what she brings to this basketball team with her grit, with her poise. And, Sarah Williams isn't that player that's getting nightly double-doubles yet, but she's adjusting, right? She's getting into the flow. The point guard situation in this game was 1 point from the 2 point guards. Kaylee Heckel had the 1 point, KK Arnold scoreless. So not a huge concern in this game, but there are other points in time when, in the rare case, AZ Fudd has an off night. The point guards are going to need to step up a little bit scoring the basketball. There are so many players to feed on this team, and it's more about dishing it to Sarah, dishing it to AZ, feeding it to Sarah Williams, but having point guards that are scoring threats. KK Arnold can get to the cup. She can be tough that way, right? So these two players can contribute to the point production offensively. It's just going to be about being aggressive, right? For Kaylee and for KK, developing the three-point shot. Kaylee has a spark to her offensive game. KK can do that with her driving. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see moving forward what the point guard point production looks like. We haven't seen a ton from Jana El-Alfi this season. And I feel like through these first couple of games, Gina Auriemma likes the small lineup with Sarah Williams. And Jana's kind of falling out of the fold a little bit. So, we'll see what happens. She had 4 points today. Khalees Fisher got off the bench, scored a couple points. But, yeah, a little worried about Jana and her place on this basketball team. And if I'm worried about Jana El-Alfi, then Ice Brady's a non-factor on this basketball team. And I think there are moments when it would be appropriate to put her in the game, but I just don't think right now she has a place in this rotation. So we'll see what happens with her. I mean, if Jana's not playing, Ice isn't playing. You can work her as a high post 4, but to be a good high post 4, you have to be able to play the screen game and have that mid-range game. If she can develop those things and get better, then I think she can get some minutes. But if Jana El-Alfi is getting limited minutes, then that's not good news at all for Ice Brady. And again, Gino loves a small lineup. And I think moving forward, that's what's best for this basketball team, because Sarah Strong is not a 4, but she can rebound like a 4. She had 13 rebounds today. So you have the unicorn versatility of Sarah Strong while still getting that 4 type production rebounding the basketball. So he doesn't have to play a big lineup. He can play smaller because Sarah is so versatile and can play like a 4, but with the versatility of 1 through 5, right? So that's going to be huge for this basketball team, is just having the ability to play small and still controlling the boards. Sarah Williams hasn't been great on the boards this year, but that's going to come in time. Couple that with Sarah Strong, what she does on the glass, going to be so good for this basketball team. So 100-68, a lot of takeaways from this game. But coming up this week, we're going to have more in-depth breakdown of individual performances, team stuff as well. So really excited to get to that. But again, 100-68, UConn routs Ohio State.